I'm still trying to figure everything out. Welcome, friends. Let's go back to here. Ooh. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Hump Day. Welcome to my live. And if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's A Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. I have got all sorts of lighting weirdness. I don't know why I'm so washed out. Anyway, say hi in the comments and tell me where you are watching from. I'm live, hopefully, in 2 locations this evening. So if you hear me refer to a comment that is not in your feed, I just need to wear my glasses. If you see a comment from if you hear me refer to a comment that is not in your feed, that person is probably watching from a different platform. And if you like what you see during this video and think others should see it, please feel free to spread the craft love all over Facebook and YouTube. Hit that thumbs up button, hit the heart button, spread the crafty love, tag your crafty friends, invite them to watch along with you. Not only does all of that help out my little channel, and I greatly appreciate it, but it also helps you by telling the algorithm that you like this kind of content. Therefore, it will start pushing more content like this into your feed. I think that is it. I've totally messed up that intro, but no worries. Jason is watching from the other side of the door. He was on YouTube. Now he's on Facebook. Is it working on YouTube? I guess I better check. I never check YouTube because it pretty much never has any issues. But the one time I don't, yep, it's live. We good. Okay, bring that back. Okay, with that, let's go ahead and flip the camera. I'm playing with some new things. Oops, so far I don't want that screen. I prefer this screen. So, actually, I wonder if this will show. I'm just going to create one really fast. I don't know if this is going to work. Nope. Cancel. I don't know how to get my other camera up here. Oh well. Darn. I think we'll just go. I don't know how that's going to work. It's a good question. I want to get my overhead camera on that slide. I thought I was so smart figuring this out. No, I don't know how to do it. Okay, well, we'll just do it this way. You're going to see, oh Lord, you're going to see all my mess. So let's just do it this way. This way, don't see all my mess. I'll go through the promos at the end if I remember, because I didn't remember last time. So we'll see. Okay, no, we are using the Peanuts Friends Forever bundle and the accompanying cutouts. I'm super excited for this. These cutouts are so adorable. So this can, I believe it can only be purchased as the bundle. So you can't purchase them separately. You have to purchase the transfer and the bundle together. The transfer comes in 2 pieces. But we've got little Lucy here. We've got Sally. We got little Charlie Brown with his little round head, little Snoopy. Let's put in here to Linus and his little blankie. There's little Linus. So throw that away. And then we'll get our little transfer out here. All right, my desk. I'm washed out and my desk is see, I don't want that to, that's better. So this is the size B transfer. It is a 2-piece transfer. So you get, the top portion is their outline. The bottom portion is their clothing. So you've got their shoes, their shirt, and then Linus's little blanket. So this is reusable. So I need to write on the back of it. I'm just going to throw that pin out. It doesn't work. So this one is called Friends Forever. So we write on the back side. I'm just going to do it that way. You could even just put a big X. We note the back side because that way when we have cleaned and dried this transfer and we're ready to store it away, we know that it goes back on this side, not this side, because that's no bueno. You'll also notice that there is a trim line down, a suggested cut line down the middle of the transfer. You can cut your transfer and backer sheet into 2 different pieces. I like to keep my transfer intact, so I'm just going to lift up a piece and then I'm going to score down the transfer. I do also want to show you something else. You'll notice these little dots right here. These are called registration marks. And some of our transfers have those, some don't, especially the fonts. So if you were going to do this all one piece, like on a round or something like that. So this bottom portion is supposed to be the first piece. So you would lay this portion of the transfer down, and then I would put, after you've laid it down, you peel up like a corner. If you're using a non-reusable surface, I would peel up this corner, like pretend I'm on a wood round, and put a little piece of tape under there so that when you paste or ink these registration marks, you're not inking or pasting directly on your surface, whether it be wood or even a t-shirt, because those registration marks are going to be permanent on your design. So then you're going to ink or paste this portion of the transfer. You're going to peel it off, and then when you put the second layer down, you're going to match up this registration mark to that registration mark, and this registration mark to that registration mark. So I do want to point that out. That's if you're going to be using the transfer in its entirety. It's fantastic that they provided those, because registration marks are super helpful. Okay, so I want to sand my pieces really quick, a little bit. I need to make sure I've got them all facing the right way. Yep. Okay, so I want them all facing that way. So I want to sand the correct side. I just want to knock off a little bit of this white surface just so they're a little bit rustic, a little bit distressed. Actually, let's just, we'll do them all. So cute. I kind of smushed my fingernail. I know I'm not going with the grain, but they're almost too small to go with the grain. Unless, let's try not working with such a big sanding surface, and that might be a little easier. I just don't want them so clean and white. We're down to 2. Let's get a little snoopy. And I just wanted to remind you, if you've been following any of the promos, the Creative Kickstart bundle with the punch needle set was extended through February 9th, or as supplies last. And I believe it will sell out today if it hasn't already sold out. So I hope if you were planning to get it that you got it. I actually have a few extras if you didn't get one, let me know. I might be able to help you out. Okay, let's do Linus. I'm making a dirty mess. Oops, this one's a little bigger. It definitely takes off more. Okay, put that away, and that away. Okay. I'm filthy dirty. I wonder why my hands are always so dry. I gotta get a drink. Has everyone had a good week so far? Okay. I think I'm going, do I want to wax these? Ooh, I probably should. I'm going to get my wax out. You can use Couture Surface Wax. Works great. It's not my preference. I've had this jar since 2018. And it has not failed me yet. I will eventually get to the bottom. Hi, Tatiana. How are you doing this evening? Hope you're feeling a little better. Jason said he's had a busy week and he's ready for another weekend with me. Aww. I always love the weekends. So I'm just putting on a little bit of surface wax just to protect my surface and to keep my transfer from sticking so much that it either stretches or gets distorted and it won't work anymore. It also kind of gets into some of those little nooks and crannies in the wood. Kind of evens out your surface a little bit. So I'm just going to buff it out with the other side of my wax applicator. Tatiana says she's doing good. She missed us last night. Well, we missed you. Grow Group is never the same without you. Okay. Let's get out a towel. Okay. Okay, now, so we have our little Peanuts characters. Let's I thought I was going to cut this apart, but I don't think I am. And I'm not going to fuzz just because there's not a lot that's going to stick to the transfer. So I'm just going to, we're going to start with Linus. I'm just going to put this down, hopefully. Just going to kind of line it up as best as I can. So I think most of their shoes are always brown, which I forgot to get out. Okay. I think we'll just do, actually, let's do Bart instead. Who else is ready for the weekend? Raise your hand in the comments if you're ready for the weekend. Okay, so I'm going to get a multi-tool and a detail tool. And we're going to do a few wipes. That way I can wash my multi-tool and my detail tool as I go. I think I'm going to get a small squeegee. One of these that I cut in half. Maybe that might work. Let's see. Okay. Okay, let's get going. I probably should have gotten my bark out. I don't know what color Linus's shirt is. So his shirt is red. Good thing I have red. So we'll open our candy apple. So, and his blanket is kind of blue. So I got out just a random blue. This one is dusky blue. It's an old color of the month. So let's do his shoes. Actually, let's do his shoes. my brown bark paste is a little thick, so I'm going to actually pull my transfer up slightly after I've done his shoes. It's easier said than done. That way my paste, I guess that's his shoe, or maybe it's his shirt. That way my paste doesn't dry in the transfer. So I'm going to hold up here so I don't lose my spot. Oops, see, yep, my brown totally dried in the silk screen. I may have to get my bark back out. Yep. See what happens when your paste dries in your silk screen? No bueno. Okay, we're going to get our bark out, or our espresso, because my bark is a bit stiff. It's too thick. I need to add some water to it, but not right now. Okay, so let's try this again. Although I may just have to let it dry, clean my transfer, and do it again later. But I'm going to line this up. Is that right? Let's try getting some of this through there. See if that works. Nope. Okay, so we're going to go on. We're going to at least do the blanket and his shirt. So sorry, I'm concentrating. So who is your favorite Peanuts character? Sorry, that's our sliding glass door, and it's quite annoying. Oh, shoot, I didn't want brown. I wanted red for his shirt. I think this little part right here, I think, is his shirt. Sorry if you can hear all that. The dog is not cooperating. Ah, fart. Speaking of not cooperating, this whole project is going south pretty quick. We'll have to fix Linus, but that's just the first layer. But we have to do a lot of fixing when I get down that. Okay, I'm going to clean these. Okay, so Sally's next. So let's Google Sally Peanuts. She's got a pink dress, which I have, and her shoes are white, which I'm just going to make the bottom of everybody's shoes black or brown. So we're going to pop this under here. So let's do some espresso shoes. Maybe I gotta give some TLC to all my pastes. Okay, let's get out Raspberry Sorbet for Sally's shirt. Okay, so there's hopefully Sally's clothes and shoes. So there's Miss Sally. They don't look like much now, but wait till we add the outline. Snoopy, it's just his feet, so I think we'll do those black. He doesn't really have shoes. So those are going to go. It's kind of hard to tell where they line up. Got a little bit of black here. Dry off my multi-tool. There's little Snoopy's feet. And then let's do Charlie Brown. His shirt's yellow. Oops. It would have been nice. I don't know. It's kind of. Okay, we'll go with that. And then let's get out yellow for his shirt. This one is actually the Peanuts Woodstock color. It was a color of the month a couple of months ago. I'm going to do it first. I don't know if those are his shorts. We're just going to do We're going to pretend it's a shirt hanging down. We're going to peel that back. Oh, that's bright. And then we're going to do his shoes brown. So there's that part of Charlie Brown. So then all we have left is Lucy, and then we can put on all the outlines. And let's see. I think I've got Lagoon out for Lucy. I think that's close to the color of her dress. Hers is more blue, but we're going to go with Lagoon. Just for funsies. That's a good color for her. I should have gotten a paintbrush out for this. Just using whatever method I can get down in there to cover up her, get all of her dress pasted. And we'll do her shoes. Easier said than done. These are some tight spaces. Okay, let's see what that looks like. I'm gonna have to get more brown. My brown is pretty dry. Put some water in there, get it stirred up. If your paste happen to get kind of thick, you can put some distilled water in them. We'll let that sit a little bit. And then I'll stir it up later, and hopefully it will be good as new. Okay, so now we can come back in with the other one, with the outline. Hopefully that will work better. Although I do need to fix his shoe. I'm going to cheat a little bit. See. Brown. I'm going to cheat just a little bit and maybe color in his shoe. I don't know if it's going to be the right color. With some alcohol markers. I really just want to put a little bit of color down. I'm going to come in with my dusty blue again and kind of paint where I messed up on the blanket. My blue was a little thick. So we're just going to kind of paint it in. Most mistakes are fixable. Okay, now we're going to let him dry, and then we'll start with Sally. Wash this one. And we're going to get this one. Okay, let's put that away. Okay, let's put Linus away. And then we're going to get Sally's outline. Her shoe's a little weird, but that's okay. I am going to fuzz this one just because I'm putting it over paste. Mainly down here where their shoes are. Just to knock back a little bit of that adhesive. And then you're just going to line up your kind of the teal area of the transfer. Kind of lines up with what you've already pasted. Pretty much like that, as long as it doesn't move. So basically you don't want to see any color through the silk screen. The squeegee might be a little too big. And then you can choose whether you want to do the skin. Whether you want to do the skin or just leave them the white wood, it's completely up to you. It kind of worked. There's little Sally. Okay, Snoopy, yeah, it'll be pretty easy. That doesn't quite line up very well. Yeah, I did not line that one up very well. Ooh, easier said than done. So he's going to be a little off, but that's okay. If you would prefer them to be almost perfectly lined up, you can do this layer first with like a light gray, but then you're still going to have to go back over it. So I got his nose on the underside is a little lower than it should be, but he still looks cute. So you could do these in gray first to get the outline, and then you can line up the bottom, the clothes and shoes, and then go back over with black again if you so choose. He's just a tad off, but he's still cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, so here's Lucy. I probably ought to fix her shoe. I think I used this color. Jason says these, oh my goodness, these are adorable. It'd be more adorable if I could actually get them lined up, but I think next time I will do the yeah, they're all kind of slightly off, but that's okay. That actually kind of adds to the charm. You know, it's a vintage hand-drawn, they're all vintage hand-drawn cartoon characters, so if they're a little wonky, that kind of adds to the original cartoon anyway. So we'll do Linus. How y'all doing out there? We're on our last one. Cute. Super fun. Now I have my own little Peanuts gang. Okay. Put that in there. So we have, oops. We have Lucy. We have Sally. We have Charlie Brown. Oops. We have Snoopy. And we have Linus. Super cute. Transfer is super easy to clean. I just take it over to my sink and run a little bit of water over it. And then I use a board eraser and clean it off. Let's go back over here. Whoops. Let's try this one. So yeah, I don't know what. There's something wrong with my camera. I don't know. I look like I have black eyes. That's weird. Oh well. No worries. Oops. I guess I can go back to here. So, let's play this again. So I haven't talked much about our Club Couture kit for the month because I haven't received mine yet. I think they all ship out tomorrow. They were a little delayed getting through customs last month, so I was not able to add mine in early as usual. So this is what the Club Couture kit looks like for the month. I believe it's called Polka Plaid. So you get the V-size transfer with two different designs on it, the polka dot and the plaid. And then you get canvas-shaped bunnies that are already cut out. You get your stuffing, you get your jute twine, and then you get two shades of ink. I think that looks like berry and couture coral. So the retail price of that is $25.99. Your perks price is $19.19, and the designer price would be $17.99. There is a 3-month minimum commitment to sign up, but you can cancel at any time after that. It is a monthly subscription kit that comes directly to your door, so that's nice and fun. So let's see what our next slide is going to be. Probably should have done this in slides. I'll have to wait. Yeah, I don't fear. So this is the new color of the month for February. It is called Lights Out. So you can unlock the ability to purchase Lights Out with a $75 order, and it is while supplies last. So if you want the color, you're probably going to hop onto it. The next two slides show the Creative Kickstart bundle, and let me check. I got an email earlier that they were selling out. So let me see if you can still order just the bundle or if it's all sold out. You can still order the punch needle bundle for $30, and let's see if, or you can also order it at Perks pricing. Let's see if it's still listed as a Creative Kickstart bundle. It is. So If you've been wanting the Creative Kickstart bundle, which includes the Cozy Dog transfer, the tote bag, an espresso ink packet, the punch needle kit, and the 17-piece embroidery floss, you can earn that with a $100 purchase, or you can purchase just the bundle, the Creative Kickstart bundle, small bundle that's just the transfer, the punch needle, and the embroidery floss for $30. So you can either get the big bundle for free with a $100 purchase, or you can purchase the smaller $30 bundle outright. Those are expected to sell out either tonight or tomorrow. So if you've been looking into that, you might want to get your order placed. So let's scroll through that. Jason, does my camera look weird on your end? I think the next slide is just a reminder about Perks membership. So if your wish list is way bigger than your wallet, like mine usually is, I would highly recommend you join the Perks program. There is a $20 there's a $20 monthly fee, but you get that back immediately in a $20 product credit, and you can always shop at 30% off retail pricing all the time. And if you happen to join the Perks program this month before February 9th, you get this free Key to My Heart bundle when you join the Perks program. I have all of the links in the description of the video. Just go check those out, and you can go straight to my Perks page. This little flyer just outlines all of the peanuts that were released a couple weeks ago, so make sure you check all of those out. And I believe that might be the last slide. So, yep. Okay, with that, I'm going to go ahead and hop off, but I should be live again on hopefully Friday. If not, then we'll definitely do Saturday or Sunday, because this girl needs to get some projects done and she just likes hanging out with you. So with that, I hope you have a great evening. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I will catch you the next time. Thanks for watching.